Daryl Wolf, and this is DocStar TV, and this is Bhn Powerpack Healing. Yeah, we talk a lot about cell sonic and cardio med bed because, like Einstein stated, energy is the future, and the future's right now. But understand something: energy medicine. You know, we are energy medicine beings, and if we were just to really think about what we say, what we think about, what we drink, what we eat, the people we hang around with, it's all about energy, it's all about frequency, and people are really getting it. It's coming on really strong, you know? I mean, I could talk about frequency and light energy, okay, back 25 years ago, and guess what? People would say, I'll pray for you. That's the devil's work. Seriously. You think I'm kidding? I'm not. So we are frequency beings, and the reality is that's why you want to make sure that you're putting out the right vibe, okay, the right vibration. You're putting it out there, you know, observing yourself, bringing your vibration up, making choices in your life that actually help make you feel whole, that help you to actually observe yourself without judging yourself. But listen, the Power Pack Show is much more than that. The Power Pack Show is practitioners that are called New World practitioners. It doesn't have anything to do with New World Order. Trust me. The New World practitioners just means viewing at the body as a whole and not treating patients being your first priority, but training them. So as you treat them, you train them. And then, of course, we bring the thunder down with the cell sonic and the cardio med bed. Now, Dr. Sage Wolf has been gone now for almost 2 months. And guess who's been doing the treatment and the training at DOD 5-star healing retreat in Ixtapa, Mexico, Zihuatanejo, Mexico? Myself. So understand, it's been kind of a little bit hectic, but he flies back in tonight, and then he starts the personal treatment and trainings, and I get to come back to what I like to do, and that's the writing, the creating, and the supporting my practitioners. You need a team. Everybody needs a team. Everybody needs, okay, to find their own Braveheart. And then you need to find people that you look up to that have already gone where you want to go. That's really important. And understand this, our whole Braveheart Nation is the concept of supporting people to find their passion, find their purpose. So today we've got a few of our master practitioners to come on. They're going to share their stories, and they'll share whatever they feel like they want to share with you, okay? And then next week I'll be doing shows with Dr. Sage Wolf, and then Dr. Sage Wolf will be taking over all my shows that I regularly do for the next 5 weeks after that, okay? So, and because I'm going on tour and doing a Canadian lecture tour, which we'll talk about through the show. But just to let everybody know, I'll be coming back, and then I'll be going to Stuart, Florida in early June to do a whole life coach, and then Dr. Sage Wolf, a Wolf non-surgical certification. I'll do the whole life coach certification. And then there'll be a pelvic restoration for women. It's a 3-day masterclass. But I will be first going to Canada, and I will be doing my first lecture in Calgary, and it will be reverse the irreversible, and then a day with the doc, okay? And then I'll be doing the same thing in Saskatchewan, McDowell, Saskatchewan, and then from there, okay, I'll be going to Kelowna, right? And then from there, I'll be doing that, I'll be doing reverse the irreversible in Kelowna, and then I'll be going to Oliver to do a day with the doc with Trish. She's another master practitioner. Then I'll be going and doing a personal treatment training, professional training in Vancouver Island, that is. And then I'll be flying to Toronto, where I will be lecturing and doing a day with the doc in Toronto. And I'll let the people talk about them that are on this and give you more details. But let's kick this thing off, and let's head to California and talk to Cheryl. Hi, Cheryl.
Hi, Debbie first. I thought you were going to do Debbie first.
Oh, okay. All right. My apologies. Debbie first.
I'm
because
first
Debbie
today.
is hosting the New World Practitioner training that we're doing, and so we'll start there in Florida, then we'll go to California.
Perfect. So yes, so everybody, we're hosting Dr. Wolf and Dr. Sage Wolf, and also the pelvic masterclass here in the month of June. And we are energy beings, and come learn. It's me and Dina and I did our one-a-day today, and it just goes to show that if you let the medical industry, take charge of your health, you will end up not in a very good place, because they would have cut, burned, poisoned her. And meanwhile, there was nothing wrong with her. She has a piece of fibrotic tissue in her breast, and that's all it is. So during the month of June, we will be hosting the Whole Life Coach.
Debbie, do you mind backing that up? And this is not because this is not a push on the medical system, but can you tell the story, what happened? That she went,
Sure.
First got tested, and then she got tested. Can you do that? Because I don't think it's good enough to just, you know what I mean?
Okay.
Let's tell them step by step what happened.
So back in, I believe it, and I don't know the dates exactly, but sometime in August of last year, I think she had a mammogram, and so they wanted an ultrasound. And then they told her at that point with the ultrasound, she had suggestive malignancy in the left breast. She refused to believe it and got her doctor on board, and said she was going to do things that needed to be done to make the changes. So we worked non-surgically on her. We did cell sonic. She did fasting, everything that we're supposed to do as frequency beings.
She did advanced water fasting, not just fasting, right?
Right. Advanced water fasting, the ultimate coffee enemas. She does not drink. She eats very well, salads, a plant-based diet. Everything she did for the last 6 months. She went and had a second round of tests. She did it through a different medical system. Well, first she went through the same one. She went back and had it through the same doctor, reading the things where it still came out as suggestive malignancy.
Okay, but can I say something? Does everybody know that doesn't mean that it is? Do you see the wording that's used? We're not sure. We're not sure. We're not sure. So twice they weren't sure. Okay.
Now she went through a different doctor, had another mammogram, and that came out completely normal. And then the ultrasound came back with that they would like to biopsy it, but they didn't term it suggestive malignancy. But she added on an MRI for a third test, which completely came back as benign with the MRI. So she is benign, which means no cancer detected.
And guess what? Just so you know, I'm not telling anyone to do anything. So we got to get this really clear. Can I just say this before we move on? Why does the doc of detox get attacked sometimes? Because our methods are very powerful. We are not promising a cure to anyone. We're not promising reversal. What we're promising is that we can help to bring back alignment with mainly the patient taking massive action on their own. You can treat people, but if people aren't going to take massive personal action, it's going to be a long road. And then once the person gets there, if they don't change their personality, they'll never change their reality. You know what? I'm going to tell you something. If you want something to go away, you got to front end load. Does you know what that means, everyone? You can't do what everybody else has done. If you want to get something to go away, you got to front end load, and you got to go in with all your heart. You got to go in with all your heart, nutritionally, physically, mentally, and emotionally. You got to focus on you for the first time in your life. You've got to center in on you. Okay, you've got to make sure that you mind your own business and you create a perfect day, and you do that to bring up your vibration, okay, to bring up your healing. Now, once
Right.
you do, and you go and you find out that things are really, wow, we can't find anything now. Once that happens, you still need to do 40% of your program. This is not about us and spending money with us. You need to do 40% of your program nutritionally, internally, externally, okay, after that. Why? Because you didn't do anything before. You know, people that get sick, they don't do anything. They do very little. They just do what everybody else does or a teeny bit more. And guess the people that get sick have sick beliefs and they have sick habits. That's why we get sick. So if you want to not go back to that, then you've got to get rid of what? Those sick habits. Those sick habits are sick programs. Those sick programs are stuck in us subconsciously. So unless you're going to do the emotional work and you're going to what? Reshape your brain, you're going to actually, you don't have to go in there and work with all the bad beliefs that created it. You need to focus on the beautiful healing beliefs, okay, to bring your vibration up. And then guess what? If you can create a program long enough and strong enough, you're going to subconsciously stay healthy. You don't have to be conscious about it anymore. The reason why we have to be conscious at the beginning, the first 6 months to a year, and actually really focus on staying with the program, because repetition is the key. It's called the dress rehearsal. You do a dress rehearsal long enough and strong enough that you have new prominent dominant beliefs that every cell in your body has accepted, so that you can unconsciously make the right choices, because you don't have to think about it anymore, because you became it, which means that you've changed your personality, you changed your reality. You're not going back there. The only reason you can go back and get the disease that you got rid of again is because you went and embraced the personality that created it in the first place. So you used willpower to get rid of it, but you didn't change your personality. So what did I just say there? We don't cure anything. Nobody cures anything. You change your personality that loves, honors, and respects you from the moment you rise until you close your eyes. I know this is a little bit rhyming, but it's all about repetition. You know, I've been saying this for years and years and years. We are nobody special. We're not special, but we got special equipment. We got special strategies. We know how to hack this thing. But at the end of the day, it's all up to you. It's all up to Dina. It's up to Debbie. It's up to Daryl. Debbie?
And Dina did do that. She, it was in the left breast, so that has to do with the children. And she discussed a lot of things with her son, who's now in his 30s. So she cleared a lot of things up, and she did the emotional work along with the physical, and she'll be just fine. I have no doubt. I knew it from the beginning. She also did the thermography, which showed absolutely no inflammation in her body. Her thermography this time looked even better than the first time that she had it done. So,
and yeah. If I can say this, thermography is non-toxic. We do thermography here at DOD 5-star healing in Mexico. That's what we do. We do thermography. We don't do the other. And also, when Debbie was talking about how she talked to her son because it was her left breast, if you don't believe what Debbie just said, then go into my library at docofdetoxlibrary.com and go watch the emotional chemistry of cancer, disease, and healing. And then when you read through all this and you go through this, it took me 2 years to put this masterclass together. You can watch it. You can read it. You can watch it. But just understand something. This is the most thorough study that was done on cancer. And this is true because the invisible becomes the physical. Debbie?
Yes. So the issues in your tissues, the emotional, the physical, I was never taught that. I am a retired fire captain, paramedic. I'm also a nurse practitioner. We are only taught that you get sick and this is a prescription that you get when you're sick with this, you get that. Again, the first day of my first class back when I went in Texas a while back, I was blown away by the information that you gave. And I could see it was a wow. That was my aha, my wow, the first day. And I knew this was for me. And that's why I'm going on my 6th class to continue learning, because, you know, you just always have to continue to learn about the body, about your own health, about taking control of yourself and becoming that leader. And the classes teach you that. And we're hosting Daryl here in Stuart, Florida in the month of June. So June 5th through the 13th is the Whole Life Coach. The Wolf Non-Surgical will be the 15th through the 26th. The Pelvic Restoration is the 28th through the 30th. And we also have Dr. Wolf lecturing on May 29th, and then a day with the doc on June 2nd. And Dr. Sage will be lecturing on June 12th, and then the Pelvic Restoration lecture will be the 25th. So, you know, this morning, Dina and I did a one-a-day, and I've had 2 phone calls from 2 different women. And, you know, one of them was a little bit fearful of, you know, taking that step. But she started, you know, she was telling me that she was doing a few things to improve her life. And we talked about doing a few more. But she says she's going to sign up for the pelvic class. And I was like, that is wonderful. And you just got to get out of your own head and do what you need to do. Take that first step, get this knowledge underneath your belt. And you just, it's something that doesn't go away. Dr. Wolf is always there to answer our questions, to support his practitioners. And it's amazing. It's been a wonderful journey. I know so much. Like I said, my first class, I knew more in 9 days than I did in like 30 years of being trained as a nurse practitioner and a paramedic. I understood why we get the illnesses, and understanding where most doctors will say, well, we don't know what causes it, but that is not true. We do know what causes it, and it's the inflammation in the body. It's the fact that everybody is constipated, we're eating processed foods, and we're thinking bad thoughts. So, I mean, that's where it's at. And you got to take that massive personal action to change your life so that you can age, you know, being very healthy.
Thank you, Debbie. So how does somebody get in touch with you if they want to come for a treatment, or if they want to come and they want to get more information on the courses happening in June?
Yes. So my clinic here at Stuart is Stuart Health and Healing, and our website is stuarthealthandhealing.com. And you can call me 305-342-9559. And any questions, or if you want a treatment for the Celsonic or non-surgical, we have that. We also do animals. I have my little Emmett here. You know, he just wanted to sit in my lap today. He's being very loving and stuff. So he's another story with the Celsonic. Everybody has pretty much seen him. He's hanging in there. He's over 15 years old now, and he's just my little joy. But the thing that I wanted to talk to you about the Celsonic this week was my own personal experience that happened to me. And last week on Tuesday evening, I was walking the dogs, and my foot went in between the grass and the asphalt, and it went kind of twisted. And I fell because I didn't want to twist my ankle. And when I fell, you know, I hit the ground, and I really didn't injure myself, or so I thought. So I get up, I felt a little bit in my foot, but my ankle was pretty okay. I was starting my walk. I did the 2 miles. I came back. I had a treatment scheduled in the evening. So I did a non-surgical. So I'm on the, you know, I'm bending down, I'm moving around, I'm on my feet, ankles, and I don't feel anything. So about 9 o'clock, when I finally sit down, I start feeling some throbbing in my foot area, not the ankle, but actually on the top and side of my foot. And, I'm just having a little snack because it was late. I was having a little fruit. And I was on the phone and I still had to wash the dishes because I hadn't got up to wash my dishes yet. So I didn't even want to get up to wash the dishes because my foot was beginning to really bother me. It went from nothing at all to, like having a hard time, walking or just being a little bit uncomfortable. So I do the dishes, I get a shower, I get in bed, and it's throbbing. And it finally stops throbbing, and I try to sleep. And in the process of the not sleeping too well because of the pain, so about 4:30, I woke up and I got up to go to the bathroom. And when I did, I couldn't even put any pressure on my foot at all. I was like, oh boy. I mean, it went from having some pain and throbbing to not being able to walk on it. So I hobbled to the bathroom and then I hobbled to my Cellsonic. And at 4:30 in the morning, I was putting, I just put 200 pulses in at level 3. And I went back and crawled into bed. And I already had some things I had to take care of in the morning. So I go and walk the dogs, which I kind of, at the point of getting up, when it wasn't as bad, the pain wasn't as bad when I woke, when I got up around 7:30. And I only walked the dogs like 1 or 2 houses just so they could go to the bathroom, knowing that I shouldn't be walking on it too much. So I go pick up this person and we do the errand. And by 11 o'clock, I had to stop by the store to get some groceries. And by 11, 12 o'clock, so within 8 hours after doing the Cellsonic treatment, I absolutely had no pain and I was walking completely normal. I was just amazed from not being able to put any pressure on this at all to walking normal in 8 hours. Didn't even think about it. Did my daily routine that day. The next morning, I did get up. And I did have a little tightness on that side of the foot. And I went over and I put another 100 pulses into it. So just a total of 300, 200 on the first one, 100 on the second one. And it's just been part of my memory. It's not even there anymore. I will have a non-surgical treatment done next week. I'm going to clean up the whole lower leg and the foot just to make sure everything is open and we get a good blood supply there. But I mean, there's just no way that, I would have been suffering and limping for probably weeks without the Cellsonic treatment. And that's the amazing part of understanding the frequency and what happens as we get injured or we have illness, that putting that frequency in the body and what it does. So that is my story, Doc.
So here it is. Okay. So we know that a frequency can turn something on and turn something off, whether it's emotional or whether it's physical. We know there's been tons of studies where they've actually put a frequency into a petri dish and turned cancer cells on and turned cancer cells off, all the way to stage 4 inflammation. We know that. We know that when a person has a sports injury, a car accident, or any type of injury, after the healing, there is going to be scar tissue left. We know that when Debbie went in with the pulses actually shut down the over-exaggeration that the body does always, the overcompensation of inflammation. So the Cellsonic will never ever get and stop the healing process. It stops the overcompensation of inflammation. And by doing that, now the swelling doesn't come. And guess why the swelling comes? The swelling comes because it's got to dilute, the water's got to dilute the inflammation that's being created from the tear, from the rip, okay, from the overstretch, okay? I hope you're getting this. So now we don't need the swelling because the swelling was there just to dilute the inflammation. But if the Cellsonic shuts down the inflammation, we don't need the swelling. If it shuts down the inflammation, the overcompensation of it, it goes into the next step of healing very quickly. Now, like she said, she did it twice. Now, if she tweaks it again, she'll go in and do it again because you don't want to re-injure things. You know, when you've had a sprained ankle and then you go on it too fast, you re-sprain it, then it takes 3 times longer to heal. more damage. And now it wants to be protected more. So now she's going to wait when there's no tenderness there at all. The body has healed it. But guess what? It doesn't matter what the injury, whether it's a car accident or a sports injury, or it's been because of overusage, right? You can have it for overusage, doing the same thing over and over again. If you have an inflammatory diet, inflammatory mind, then if you do something that's overusage, you already have inflammation, you're going to have scar tissue formation. But if you had a whole plant-based diet and you didn't have a mind that was a riot, you're not going to have overusage, and then you're not going to have the burning and the scar tissue, because it all comes together like that. So now she's going to wait until she's healed. And guess what? I'm all healed, but guess what? Whether you got surgery causes more scar tissue than anything else. What about all the guys you meet at the bar? Wow, Joe, you're still limping. Yeah, man, I caught the football and I got that goal and we won the game, but I still have that war wound from when Joe, that was like 50 years ago. The injury that you did earlier is going to put you in the hospital. It's going to put you in the nursing home, or it's going to put you in hospice. You think I'm kidding or exaggerating? I'm not exaggerating. I'll give you proof if you want to challenge me on it. The reality is this: every time that you have surgery or every time you have an injury, after you heal, you need to have a Wolf non-surgical therapist. And if they have a Cellsonic, all the better. Listen, I prove it every day. I did it this morning. I did a treatment on a beautiful lady this morning. I prove it every day. Every day we prove it. Every day it's another miracle. Oh, it's a miracle. No, it's not. It's a frequency. And it's pulling the scar tissue apart, allowing your spirit energy, your blood, your lymph flow. And guess what? It was what you were lacking. So you can turn scar tissue or fibroids back into beautiful connective tissue. You can have a big fibroid, and if you're using the Cellsonic and non-surgical and you're doing vaginal infusion or you're doing the external internal therapies, you're going to see that thing shrink because it's just a storage shed for toxicity, whether it's emotional or physical. I've said it many times, but people won't come on and challenge me. You go and watch Reverse the Irreversible. It's as logic as anything else. It's a masterclass in my library. Debbie?
Yeah, it is. It's very logical. And the moment that I took the class and really heard what you were saying, it was all logical and it all really just made so much sense. So for those who, can't understand or don't, and they want to, the class is here. It's going to be the last stop in the United States. So take advantage of it. There's still a few spots, and just do it. Take that step. The month of June, anybody that has questions, and my number is 305-342-9559. And you can go on our website, stewarthealthandhealing.com. Or if you just want to come get a treatment or the Cellsonic, it's it still is an amazing thing every day. After I go through, every day, you live your life and you just watch people and you watch the stories, and I'm so awake to everything that I would have been asleep to before. And I put a smile on my face every day, and I have a wonderful day, a great day, and have fun. We have fun here, and that's what we do. And the classes teach you to live your life that way. And that's why everybody should be living.
Absolutely. And just know this, and it's not going to make you want to take a whole life coach or a Wolf non-surgical. But anybody who comes and takes the classes, you do get VIP wholesaling on our products. You do go into the practitioner's portal. You will have my support and my personal number, and you'll have that forever. We do have practitioner Q&As. We have the non-surgical Q&As. Also, when you come and you take the course, you'll get the Cellsonic for half price, all treatments. You will be getting special pricing on all your non-surgical treatments, because we need you healthy. We need you to feel it and go, wow, this is incredible. We need you to buy into it as soon as possible, because you need to buy into your healing, you need to buy into your health, because guess what? We all have a passion and a purpose, and we need everyone to show up to this Braveheart Nation. Okay? Debbie, last things you'd like to say?
If you have any questions, call me. Feel free anytime. Hopefully not in the middle of the night. But again, my number is 305-342-9559. And I've just had a great journey. I can't even imagine my life being any different right now. I love it. It has improved tremendously in the last few years. And that's all I got. That's it.
And if I can add one last thing, Debbie, just know this. How long ago was it that you took Emmett to the vet? That's her little dog that she's holding. And when she took him in, how long ago was it? And he said, listen, the only thing you can do is put this little guy down tonight.
Or do surgery. It was back on June 30th of last year. And they wanted to put him down or do surgery, and he is still thriving. He just, he had his treats. He's getting ready when we get done here. He's going to get a bath, and he's going to do a little walk. So he's still, living his best life, and however long that is, it is. And, it actually gave me time to process also, because I don't think I was ready back in June. Even though he was 14 and a half at the time. But, we all know that we're spirit beings and we're not going to be here forever. So, when he's ready to go, he'll leave. But, that's only for him to know when his time is here. But up until then, I'm going to enjoy every moment. And he just sits with me. He just loves his mom. And we have a great time, and he just is as happy as can be. He's very comfortable. You see, he's living his life, the greatest life. He is not in pain. He gets non-surgical treatments. He gets cell-sonic treatments. We do everything. He gets nutraceuticals. He gets the ultimate coffee enemas. My other dog, who is almost 4 years old, he gets ultimate coffee enemas because we had issues with him being constipated. And most people wouldn't even know this because, he was going to the bathroom twice a day, but he ended up with some redness and irritation all over his belly and biting at himself. But I was able to recognize the fact that he doesn't drink as much water as he should, which I know this. But he, as soon as I started doing the ultimate coffee enemas with him, he's pooping much bigger poops than he did before. The redness has gone away. I didn't have to spend like, $500-600 at the vet because they would have wanted to x-ray him. They would have wanted to do this and blood work. And I saved myself probably $500 or $600 right there. And not to mention that they probably would have put him on some immune modulating drug, which would have suppressed his immune system. And he would have been on that for the next 10 years if he lives till he's 14, say. How much would that cost me? Not to mention lowering the quality of his life and having probably other issues from that medication. So that's part of this whole journey, is learning all these things to become your own practitioner, taking care of your family, your animals, your friends, knowing this. And not everybody is willing to accept it, which is fine. You just know who you can and can't, do it with. And a lot of people will surprise you. They do come around, and it's a beautiful thing. And if they don't, you put a smile on your face and you keep going on your journey, and that is their journey. So that's it, Doc.
That's very intelligent. Thank you. That's really beautifully said. Lorraine, let's go all the way to Calgary because that's where I'll be my first stop for the Canadian Lecture Tour. Hi, Lorraine.
Hi, Daryl. Yeah, Daryl's going to be here April the 10th. That's a Wednesday evening. Starting at 6:30 till 7:30 is the meet and greet, and from 7:30 until 10:30 is the lecture, Reverse the Irreversible. And it's being held where the EE system here in Calgary is, luminescence. So it's a powerful energy machine. And we're going to be having this in their room where the vortex is going. So not only are you going to be able to illuminate your mind, but you're going to be able to illuminate your body and everything.
And just know, everybody, Lorraine will have her Cellsonic there. And if you want to get Cellsonic treatments, you can come early because we have a meet and greet earlier. What time is the meet and greet, Lorraine?
It's at 6:30. Yeah,
6:30, and then 7:30 the lecture, and then you can leave anytime you want, but we'll be going till 10:30, okay? All right?
And then on Saturday, the 13th is the day with the doc, and it's in the same place where the EE system is. And it's going from noon until 4. So, and it's by donation, bring your $5. The $5 or whatever you decide to bring is going towards Gems for Gems, which is a nonprofit for women in abusive situations.
Thanks,
And that's it for that. I did a little one a day yesterday in where the EE system is. So anybody can hop on there, and Monique did a good talk about what it does.
Thank you. So do you have anything you'd like to share? Anything else?
I love this work. This is amazing. This is what brings that joy in my heart, to see people come in with their disability and be able to leave with less, and really this work gives quality back to people. We don't need to be walking with canes, in wheelchairs. We don't need to we don't need to have pain. We don't have to live with pain. We just have to understand how we can honor these beautiful bodies. How can we respect this beautiful body? How do we deliver it what it needs? And that's on, as far as diet goes, nutraceuticals, exercise, and the emotional stuff. And I see it every single day, whether I'm doing a consultation for someone, or whether I'm working on someone, or we're using the Cellsonic. These are all tools that help us help our clients to get quality back in their life. And that's what most people are looking for, right? I want to have a good life. Weren't we promised a good life, right? What happened? We got ruled, schooled, and fooled. We just went down the wrong path. But guess what? We have another moment. We get to choose again. We get to decide how we're going to do this life. And, bring our body back and really support it, and get the help that we need, and the nourishment, and take control back, be your own practitioner. This life is amazing, just amazing, and I am loving every second of it.
What if I wanted to talk or call you for a consult, or for a treatment with the Cellsonic non-surgical? I just wanted to talk to you.
You can give me a call at 403-605-9216. And if you wanted to do a consult, you can go to docofdetox.com/consult. And you can pick me if you want. I'm the senior master consultant, but there's other consultants there too. And we all have a little bit of a bio on how we view life, and you can pick who you want to work with. And myself, I do the perfect day consultation and nutritional consultation, water fast consultation, pelvic consultation, and an emotional consultation. So I've got all that I can offer you. And of course, you can definitely call me and, ask questions about the non-surgical and book an appointment. And, if you wanted to take that a little bit further, the Cell Sonic makes it so that my job doing the non-surgical is easier for me and easier for you. So that's also an option. And I'm just loving this. I'm loving this, this whole package. Can't get any better. Or maybe it can. I'm waiting for that.
Thanks, Lorraine. Now we'll go to Toronto with Magdalena, and I will be doing a day with the doc with Magdalena, and maybe you can talk about that. Hi, Magdalena.
Hi there. Hi, everybody. Beautiful, wonderful, and healthy friends. How is everyone? And welcome to the show. I am grateful that you are all here learning about how you can reverse the irreversible. And I learned that I have to take over my health the last 4 years because I realized nobody will take over my health. So I am so grateful and happy that I'm here, and I can also share with you how can you live a happy life and healthy. And I would like to reach 100 years like my father. And the show is gonna be on Saturday, March the 4th, on the Monte Casino Hotel. It's in Toronto. So you are all welcome to come, and it's free. You just gotta book to come in, and anybody can come in. We just have a limited entrance for all of you. You can bring your family, your friends, and people that you love. You can learn so much about your health and nutrition, and we are emotional human beings. We create our reality, like Joe Dispenza says, science. So we can reverse what we have created. If you believe, I believe. Do you?
Thank you, Magdalena. And Magdalena, can you give your phone number, give the name of your clinic, please? And just know that I will be doing this day with the doc, and Magdalena will have her Cell Sonic there. And again, those who want Cell Sonic treatment, we will be giving a special for that, a special price. And I will be showing non-surgical. I will be showing Cell Sonic. I will be there answering questions and doing like consultations for people that have symptoms, because even if you have a disease, it's still just a symptom that was never treated properly. And symptoms are just love messages from your body that you're out of alignment and you just didn't get the correct information. And that's all we want to do. We want to share that with you. Okay? We want to share this. We want to help to empower you. And it will be going from 10 a.m. until 3 o'clock on Saturday, May the 4th. And it's at the Casino Hotel again. What street is that on?
It's Monte Casino.
It's called the Monte Casino?
Yes. It's
Okay.
located in Toronto by Allen Road in 401.
Okay.
And
your phone number again?
Yes, my number is 416-669-9351. And the website, torontohealthandhealing.com.
Thank you. And just know,
We wait for all
everybody,
of you.
Thank you, Magdalena. Everybody can go to Braveheart Nation if you want to sign up, okay? If you'd like to come, and we are limited. I think, what are we limited to, 50?
Yes.
50 people. So we're limited to 50 people, all right? Magdalena, is there anything else you would like to share? But know this, everyone, that Magdalena has a thriving business, and it's in Toronto. And give her a call if you want Wolf Non-Surgical or Cell Sonic, or you want a consult, or you just want to talk to her on the phone. right, Magdalena? People can call you. You can
Yes.
talk to her. Feel it out. See if it's right for you. With all these therapists, see if it's right for you. See if it's something that you want to do. But I will tell you, every one of these therapists here, they follow through. They'll answer the call. They'll support you. And guess what? Because nobody should be left behind. Magdalena?
Yes, I want to say thank you, everyone. And also, I want to mention something. I have a phone call from a lady with MS for 30 years. And she mentioned that she doesn't even have a phone or internet to see all these shows. We are so, I feel grateful that we all can see and learn. So when you have somebody that doesn't have access to internet, Facebook, doesn't have the opportunity to learn. So we have a good privilege. So my friends, let's take over our health and learn so much. You can help so much. I learned so much the last 4 years in here. I am so grateful and happy I took over my health, and because nobody else will do. Thank you. Have a
Thank you,
wonderful day.
Magdalena.
Thank you for
Thank you, sweetie.
all. My pleasure.
And if I can drop a little nugget here, MS is a parasite problem and scar tissue problem. And that's what it is. If you're not going to deal with the parasites, and if you're not going to deal with the scar tissue, then guess what? And that's the God's truth. And you can watch videos on YouTube if you don't believe me. Okay? All right? And they have done enough research on MS people, and MS people are not going to be told that it is a parasite problem and a scar tissue problem. It's a thinning of the brain stem up here, and it's a parasite problem. And guess what? I remember when I was a lot younger, and I was in my early 20s, and I actually hitchhiked to go to become a certified colon therapist. And the gentleman's name was Dr. Wood, and I was one of the last classes that he did. He was up in age. And he said, listen, everyone, MS is a parasite problem, and it starts in the large intestine. And science has confirmed it today. All right? So it's scar tissue and parasites. That's what it is. Okay? All right? So let's move on to Barrie, Ontario, and talk to Shalou. Hi, Shalou.
Hi, Daryl. Hello, everyone. So happy to be here. I just wanted to let everyone know that the Barrie Bombshells are going to be heading to Montreal again. We're looking to go the last weekend in April. So April 26th, 27th, 28th, we will be in Montreal. So if you're looking to, get any treatments done, feel free to reach out. You can call me at 705-828-2257. Check out my website, lotuslife.health. And, as we've been hearing from Daryl and a lot of these practitioners, it's really about taking back your health. It's really about choosing to take control of your life. And, sadly, people find us right at the end when they've run out of all the other options, and then they'll try and find a practitioner. And, if you can just take a second, breathe, and know that God created our lives, our bodies to heal naturally, that it's really within us, that if we stop putting in all the toxins, the body will naturally do the cleanup and get rid of it. But we're so used to the quick fix, so used to just a pill, just cut that part out. I can't tell you how many people I have treated that come in here that have had surgery and removed a certain part, and all it's done is caused more issues for them. Because as we've heard, surgery creates the most scar tissue. So before you go down that path, why not get all the information before you choose all that? Get in the information, and then you can make an educated decision for what resonates with you. If you want to just come walk through my clinic, see what we have to offer, please give me a call, right? Let's just do a walkthrough, see what we have Maybe try out a little bit, just a few pulses or 15 minutes on the cardio bed. Or, it doesn't even take more than like 4 to 8 minutes in front of the vitamin D light, and really get to feel just how amazing these therapies are. We can just do a quick demo on whether it's your neck or your wrist, wherever the pain is, a little bit of the non-surgical, so you can really get to feel what it feels like when we open that scar tissue up. I just implore everyone to take the time and get the information. Like, I literally have a client that's 78 years old. They have taken so much out of her abdomen, including her belly button, and she's in so much pain. And do you know what they've prescribed her for pain? Fentanyl. Like, make it make sense, please, And what I'm realizing is when you're, gone through all that, you end up just focusing on the pain. And so, they've been here, it's been a few times now. So we're going on week 3. And, she'll come in, I go, how are you? And she'll go, oh, I'm in pain. And I'm like, okay. But let's just talk about, what are new things that you're finding that, is in the positive way? And she goes, well, I can lift my foot higher to get it into the shoe. Yesterday for 5 to 10 minutes, I had no pain at all. And I'm like, well, did you have any of that happening before? And she was like, no. I said, okay, then I want you to focus on those victories. That was 10 minutes of pain-free living that you have not had in the last 25, 30 years. I want you to stay in that space. I want you to really focus on how good that felt, because what we focus on grows. Stop focusing on the pain, right? Then she was able to sit in the chair, because normally when she sat in the chair, because she's kind of short, it was putting, stress, and her thigh was hurting. And the last time we sat there and talked for an hour, and I'm like, you're not in pain sitting there. Normally I got to come and do a little non-surgical on her thigh just to get the blood flowing again, right? I said, you're not asking me to do that. And she's like, oh, you're right. I don't feel any pain. So, we have to choose to look at the beauty in life. We have to choose to look at the positive things that are happening, but first and foremost, get educated. A lot of this stuff, as Daryl said in the beginning, is like made out to be frou-frou, or, oh, that's just, voodoo. I literally had friends going, are you doing voodoo now? And I'm like, yeah, sure. Call it what you want, but it works, right? So just come, get the information, and then make the right decision for you. We've seen with this energy medicine here, like, people pop in and they walk out. They've got so much pain, and then within seconds they're standing up and going, oh wow, I can move my arm. Oh wow, that doesn't hurt anymore, right? It's not magic. There's a science behind it. Come understand the science. It's the mitochondria, the powerhouse of the cell. When it gets calcified, not much is happening. And this beautiful energy medicine here, within seconds, decalcifies. With every pulse, it's decalcifying the mitochondria, putting the energy back to the cell charge, back to where it should be, to really get your body in a higher frequency, higher vibration, and healing again. Now, I am going to say, anyone coming for a cell sonic treatment, right? Hydration, hydration, hydration. Make sure you drink lots of water. Prepare for what you're about to do, right? Drink a lot of water, because you want to make sure your body is ready to receive all that energy, and you need to be properly hydrated before you come, and then for days after. You want to make sure that you are hydrating so that you're not causing the calcification, the backlog, to happen again. And we are water. Water is life. So we really, really need to understand that. And, again, just start paying attention to how good you feel in those moments when you're drinking the right amount of water, eating the right foods, having those beautiful thoughts. We're so under stress all the time, and just prone to the mind goes to the negative. Well, you know what? Let's snap back. 3, 2, 1. We got this, and go back to the positive. and then see the beauty that surrounds you, because it is phenomenal. And I totally mimic Lorraine's emotion of, oh my God, I love this work. Nothing is more exciting than empowering people back to their best health. In not just saying, oh, take this and that. No, in teaching them, in training them how they can do this, not just for themselves. I love it when couples come in, because one person's coming to be looked at, but the other person is learning at the same time. And teamwork makes the dream work. You can't go back to the house and, one person lives one way and the other. It makes it very difficult. But when they come in.
We lost her.
So yeah, if you'd like, you can give me a call at 705-828-2257. Check out my website, lotuslife.health. And again, if you want to just chat, or if you want to come check out my clinic, let's set a date when you can come in and check it out, so that you know that this is the right thing for you. Thanks, Daryl.
You're welcome, Shilu, and thank you for all the work you do. So let's go and to California, to Cheryl. Hi, Cheryl.
Hi, Daryl. Hi, everybody. And welcome to Health and Vitality Engaged. I'm located in Northern California, about 60 miles north of San Francisco on the coast. So I just want to piggyback on top of what everybody else has been saying, because I don't need to repeat it. But I have to let people know that as much as I can educate you, and as much as I can give you all the knowledge that I have and change your lives for the better, when you take this class and bring it home to your family, then we are exponentially healing the world. And I have so many clients that I call brave, because when you're doing something different and your family isn't supporting you, but you love yourself so much and you want change and you want that vitality, that frequency raised in your own life, so that the quality of your life is so much better, then I reward you. And then they go home without making a big deal out of it, going through their life, and then their family gets to see the quality of their life increase so much. And nothing is more powerful than a beautiful young woman that came to me who had so much pain during her periods, and that she was uncomfortable 10 to 12 days out of each month. This does not make for a very intimate relationship when the person you're with is in so much pain. So we did Cellsonic, even just the abdomen, and we did Wolf non-surgical, and then we did the pelvic restoration. And she said, even after the one treatment, she didn't even know her period was going to start the next month. She got no cramping, she was in no pain, and she got her mojo back. So then her husband goes, wow, this stuff really works. And so he came with her and got some work done. He was so impressed that he went home and told his father-in-law, who's now coming to get work done. So it only takes one person, and you work on yourself and you get this part done. Like Daryl's always saying, put the oxygen mask on yourself first so that you can help the people around you. And that's exactly what happens. And then what also happens is that you get so, empowered yourself. And then you want to have this knowledge yourself. And so this woman's actually going to come and do the Wolf non-surgical and the whole life coach, because she wants to be that power pack that she takes to her family and extended family and friends. As the only New World physician here on the West Coast, that means that I get one more person that I get to help share this amazing journey with. And I'm so excited. So knowing that I'm the only one out here, I'm also taking road trips. If you go to my website, healthandvitalityengage.com, you will see a thing called road trips. I have a location in Nevada City. That means if you're in Roseville or Tahoe or Reno or in Nevada, it's closer for you to come see me there in Nevada City. You just click on that icon, you tell me what you need, I will get in touch with you. And when I make that road trip, we'll make that appointment happen. I'm also going to take a road trip to Southern California. I have a lot of people who've been calling me. It's really important that you click on that before I get filled up, because if I can see you along the way, I think it's the 5 South corridor, if you're anywhere in that area, and you have room in your house, I will stop and see you on my way to Southern California. So I wanted to talk about a client that I've been working with who has fourth stage inflammation, I'd say in the past, because he's gotten so much better. But as Daryl said, this is your body, mind, and soul. So as we start healing our bodies, what comes to the surface that we can call pain is really emotional releasing. So this man was having trouble even breathing. So I was able to do cell sonic on his chest. I was able to do a little wolf non-surgical on the ribs. He was so tender, but even the lightest amount of work set his emotions releasing. And within a few days, he felt lighter and better. It really doesn't take much. When you give your body permission to self-heal, it just goes for it. And so he's going to come back. We're going to do a heart release, which he really needs. And in the meantime, because when he's been dealing with this inflammation and his body's been working overtime to heal itself, he doesn't get a lot of chance to exercise. And so I also have the med bed here, and we get him on that cardio med bed at least 4 times a week. And it has made such a difference in his circulation and his heart health, which has made his body stronger so that he can then really thrive instead of survive. And that's what our bodies were meant to do. We're meant to thrive, not just survive. And Debbie, I had to laugh because you were talking about your fall. Well, I hit a wet spot. And I mean, it was something out of a comedy routine. I literally went flying. I came down on my elbow that nobody can really see now. I split my entire elbow open. It probably needed stitches. I put it together with a little Band-Aid. This was like 2:00 in the morning and went back to bed. I got up the next day and I got my cell-sonic on it. And then I sat under the bioptrin. And I did this every day. This was last Tuesday after our Braveheart, after this BHN Powerpack meeting. And this elbow's healed. It is absolutely phenomenal what our bodies can do when we give ourselves permission and we learn how to self-heal. So we offer, at least I offer to anybody that calls me, get a perfect day consultation or a pelvic consultation, or come and get Wolf non-surgical or cell sonic or med bed. Whatever you're willing to have done, you come here and we're going to make that happen. You can reach me at 707-322-1979, or you can go to my website, healthandvitalityengaged.com, or you can email me at healthandvitalityengaged@gmail.com. So thank you, everybody, and have a beautiful life.
Thank you, Cheryl. If I could comment on something, and then I'll let the ladies just, they can end the show, and I mean it, they'll end the show for us today. But I just want to comment, and here it is. Believe what you want. Believe what you want, but it's not true. It is not true. We will get people that have what they call cancer. They will come to us and go, I need help. But my doctor said you cannot increase my circulation. If you do, you will actually feed the cancer. I am not picking on doctors here at all, so let's make that perfectly clear. And they weren't lying, but they weren't telling you specifically what they meant. And that's this. We don't want to increase the circulation of a cancer cell, and you do that through lactic acid, which is stress, improper exercise, and you also do it with sugar. You understand, with processed sugar. A lot of people will go, well, you know, that doesn't mean that you drink fruit juice. Nobody drinks fruit juice. Nobody should be drinking fruit juice. You should be eating fruit. You can have vegetable juice, but that's only going to upset the blood sugar levels, and then that can upset certain things, but it doesn't mean it makes it worse. All I want to say is this. When we increase the circulation for our patients, clients, because they have stage 4, stage 3 inflammation, which they call, you know, the other thing. The reality is we're not increasing the stage 4 inflammation. we're increasing the oxygen. We're increasing the detoxification. We're increasing the nutritional uptake of the actual cells. When we do the cell sonic, we're decalcifying the mitochondria that make the ATP. And guess what? You know what dysfunctional mitochondria do? They get sick. And do you know that everyone that has any disease has dysfunctional mitochondria? And did you know that the most dysfunctional mitochondria they are and the most calcified is a person that has what they call the big C, and we call stage 4 inflammation? We know that the cell sonic and its science said it will shut down inflammation all the way to that and back. We know this, and we also know that, guess what? What happens if we were to decrease the circulation in a person? You're going to decrease their health. Ever since I was a child, this was driven into my father, my mother, my uncle, everybody. And that's this. Do not increase your circulation or you'll increase the cancer. Seriously? Can we stop now? Let's tell a little bit of truth and not tell the whole story. We didn't lie, we just didn't tell you the whole story. And I'll tell you what the story is. The story is that you're beautiful. The story is that you need to become your own practitioner. You need to become your own researcher. And that doesn't mean that you jump on board with us. But understand this much. We provide you enough information with our library. We provide you enough information that you were created by God to create. And if you are going to be unconscious about your decisions, then you will not create, you will mutate. And that's it. I'm just going to say this last thing, and that's this. Please check out my Perfect Day Guide at pdgfree.com. And then check out a practitioner near you. Okay? All right? Just know this. I'm in Ixtapa, Zihuatanejo, Mexico, and understand this. I do consultations, but I only do personal treatment and trainings along with Dr. Sage Wolf here. And we will be in the future opening up just for treatments. But right now we have what's called DOD5star.com that you can check out, where we do personal treatment and trainings. That's because we want people to know that, guess what? You need to become your own practitioner. How would you like to not have fear ever again? And yeah, I know you're going, that's such BS. I will always have fear. And you know what? I have heard so many stories that aren't true. I don't have fear anymore. And understand something. The truth shall set you free. And when you understand that you were created by your Creator to create, and you can stay in the present moment, and you actually have value. Most people, and please, I'm not putting it down, but it's the biggest problem. You have no value. You won't take the time to read. I'll give you a Perfect Day Guide, which is like 45 years of my work. And it's everything. Everything in here is what practitioners hide from their patients and their clients. Do you understand? Everybody holds back. I don't hold back anything. I don't hold back anything. You've got a free library. You got the Perfect Day Guide. I'm coming out with the Braveheart Nation app. None of these we're charging you for, because guess what? They should have been free a long time ago. Everything should be free to us. We're slaves here on this planet because we're slave to money and other things. I don't want to get into it. But we're slave to money. And yes, every one of my practitioners, they need to make money to actually keep going with their business. That's part of their success. But the reality is, if we could get rid of money, every one of them would agree it would be great. It gets in the way. It gets messy. But the reality is whether it's me or any of my practitioners, we will always give you more than you give. And I mean that. Because understand something. Just because you own a hammer doesn't make you a carpenter. And understand this. Do you know that there are like 100 times more people in natural health and so-called natural health practitioners than the medical system? And where are we going? We're going downhill because you got to do whole body healing and you got to bring down the thunder. And that's why I brought in Cardio MedBed. That's why I brought in the Cellsonic. That's why I really believe that we've created the most powerful bodywork and emotional course. And we will give a money-back guarantee on everything. There's stipulations, like our course is 3 days. You don't think it's for you to think that I've lived up to my promise? I'll give you your money back. Don't have to do it for the perfect day guide. I just gave that to you. You come for your first treatment, whether it's me or any of our practitioners, it's not because we're amazing, it's because the technique is amazing. But what is most amazing is how fast your body heals when we increase the circulation and we pull these stuck fibers apart and you actually get the circulation that you used to have when you were younger. Well, why wouldn't you get the energy and the healing? Well, of course you're going to get that. And whether you believe it or not, most of the medical system has been programmed just to serve big pharma. And I'm not putting it down because we need emergency care. But guess what? When it comes to daily health care, it better be for you. I want to thank you for joining me, and I want to pass this off to Debbie. And then I would like everyone to just give one little comment. If you could leave something for people, something, what would that be? God bless everyone. And Debbie, please start.
So don't forget the month of June, the classes will be here, the whole life, the Wolf non-surgical, and the pelvic restoration. But as I sat back and watched, all these wonderful ladies and Doc talk, you should know that everybody here talks from their heart, and I could see that. So every class I've taken, it is an amazing journey. People respect each other. It is from the heart. We learn from each other. We're there for each other, and there's never any judgment. So let's do it. Let's make it happen. Sign up. Learn how to be one of these people. I can call anybody on this call right now that we're doing and talk to them, get their opinion, ask them questions if I don't know something, get their, just anything like that. It's all from the heart. And it's just been an incredible thing. I love all these guys. And we'll go to the next one, who is Lorraine.
Hi, everybody. Lorraine here in Calgary. And I just want to leave you with, we get a cut and we do not question the fact that it's going to heal. It's everything else we question. We have given our power away to the medical system because they're an authority or something. But we need to take our power back. We need to stand tall. We are at a tipping point right now. We have never lived in a world that is so toxic. And it's coming from everywhere. It's the air, it's the water, it's the foods we drink, it's this thing here, all the programming, it's everything. We need to have a system that works, and that is what we have. We have a system that works when you decide to take control. I love you guys. And is it Magdalena?
Okay, I'm next.
Yes, you are.
Magdalena in Toronto. I was working very hard to make a lot of money, buy the best car, show off and show that everybody I got the best car, best house. So I asked myself, what's important in life? Do you want health? Or you just want to focus on working so hard and build a lot of material things? What is important? Your health. Do you want to be happy? This is a gift that we got from our Creator. A gift, we can take care of this gift and enjoy the life. And this is our paradise and enjoy. So we can learn so much about this and be happy. My friends, I want to encourage you to take your health back and take over your health and love yourself so much, and that help you. Then you can love everybody. Once you love yourself, you know what you feed your mind with, your body with. You take care of yourself, and it's very important. And we can live healthy and happy. God bless you all. Thank you, everybody.
Shalou, you're next.
Thanks, Dev. My little tidbit I'd like to leave you with is that you are the creator of your life. Never underestimate that. Life is not something that's happening to you. We are creating in every moment. So if we look around and we don't like what we've created, guess what? We can recreate. Let's just take and understand that. And, many people will go, well, I don't know how to do that. Well, you know what? Call me. Let's chat. Let's get you on track to understanding that you are the most powerful person in your life, that you are the center of the universe of your life. And let's get you so empowered and excited about your life that, you just raise your vibration, and any disease you may have, it'll just run away, because it's the excitement. It's the enthusiasm that we have for our life. That's where, you can't have that if you don't have love, right? So when you just feel that much love and joy and an enthusiasm about who and what you are, it's infectious. And all it takes is one candle to light 1,000. So let's make sure that your flame is just shining so bright. And again, if you're struggling with that, right, give me a call, 705-828-2257. Let's chat. Let's get you excited about your life. Have the best day ever.
Thanks, Shalou.
Okay.
So I guess I'm ending this, and what I wanted to say to everybody is that you cannot change what you do not know. And the definition of insanity is to keep doing the same thing over and over and over again and expecting different results. And we all know that doesn't work. But just like Shalou said, the power of our thoughts and the power of our languaging is unbelievable. What you focus on is what you're going to get. And everything that seems to happen to you, you ask for and receive as you have asked. So really do your life on purpose. Decide what it is that you do want to bring into your life. When you're sitting around and when a negative thought comes in, goes, poof, cancel clear. And then you start thinking about how you want your life to be. Visualize yourself as your healthiest. Visualize yourself happy. Visualize yourself where you want to be. And you are not alone. Everybody that's on this show, all the people that have taken his courses, we are all there because we want to spread this word and educate people and get you to take your power back and start manifesting your greatest, grandest version of yourself in your life. So call me, 707-322-1979. Educate yourself and get going.
All right. So 3, 2, 1.
We got this.
We got this. It's been a great show.
Good night, everybody.
Good night.
Good night.